right, you've got an introduction to some mathematical ideas in the realm of algebra. We've been looking at what a variable is, what a coefficient is, and how these equations that have them can be solved. Now I want you to look at, or I want you to start trying to create your own equation. So your learning target today is that you can create an equation using variables or letters that stand for something in the equation, and create your own in a real world situation. So you're going to get a problem after this, and I'm going to give you two examples. I'm going to give you a simple example first that just has a multiplier to a variable, and then we're going to take that example and we're going to add a second component like you'll see in your problem. So look and watch very closely. Pay attention. If you have any questions, feel free to email me, and we'll check this out right now, okay? So in this world, we love pizza. Well, maybe not all of us, but I certainly love me some pizza. And I want to buy some pizzas for a pizza party for the school. But I don't know how many pizzas I need to buy. All I know is how much the pizzas cost. And all of the pizzas cost $8 a pizza. Okay, so they only have one size and all of them are $8. So no matter what, my pizza's gonna cost $8 for every pizza I buy. So let's say I wanna buy these pizzas, but I don't know how many. All I know is that C is gonna equal my total cost, and P is gonna equal how many pizzas. So how many pizzas am I gonna buy and the total cost? How do I make this into an equation? Well, I'm really thinking how much money is it gonna cost? That's what's important in this, because I don't wanna not have enough money and I don't wanna have enough pizzas, but I better have enough money to pay for the pizzas. So I take my equation and I start with C, my total cost. My cost equals something pizzas. Well, that something is how much it costs per pizza. So it's $8 times P. So if I had one pizza, I would times 1 by 8 and my total would be $8. If I had 10 pizzas I was buying, I would plug 10 into this, and 10 times 8 would tell me 80 is my total cost. If I want to buy 100 pizzas for the whole school, I would take 100 and times it by 8, and it would give me 800. This equation can tell me the cost depending on how many pizzas I want to buy. I hope that makes sense. This is the most basic. Now let's add another step to this. Okay, different problem. I want to go on vacation. I'm going to go on vacation and I'm going to rent a cabin at the lake. I want to rent this cabin at the lake, and it costs $125 for every night. Okay? But after I leave, somebody's got to come in and clean the cabin. So there's a cleaning fee of $75. Okay, so I've got $125 for every night, $75 for a cleaning fee. If I'm going to use C as my total cost, and I'm going to use N for my number of nights, got some alliteration in there, number of nights, how can I make this into an equation? Well, just like our last problem, I'm going to start with C. C, my cost is going to equal something. Where does that cost come from? Well, I need to know how many nights it is, and it's $125 per night. So I'm going to write $125. And what am I going to do with that? I'm going to multiply it by something. N for my nights. 125 times N. But wait, there's more. I'm leaving something out. What am I leaving out? I'm leaving out the cleaning fee. I have to add that in. Now, does the cleaning fee get charged every night or at the end of my stay? It gets charged at the end of my stay. So I don't want to multiply that by N. I'm just going to add it at the end. So now I have my total cost is going to equal $125 times how many nights I'm going to stay, and then I'm going to add $75 to that. I don't need parentheses in here because of order of operations. I got my equation all set up. So let's test it. Let's say we're going to go for 3 nights. This sounds like a fun little weekend trip. A 3-day weekend. If I plug 3 in to my equation, I have 125 times 3, which is 125, 250, 375. And now I need to add $75 to that. And that brings my total to $450. Okay? That's doable. It's a pretty nice weekend. $450. All right, well, what if it's summer and I want to go to this cabin for a whole week? I'm talking about in fact, let's go even more. Let's go 10 days. We're going to go on a 10-day trip. So I'm going to put 10 in for N. I'm going to do 125 times 10 plus my 75. 125 times 10. All I have to do is add a 0 here. It's 1,250 plus my 75. And I end with $1,325. So it doesn't matter what N is in making my equation. It only matters when I want to plug a number in and test it. All you need to do today is make an equation off of the information in your Google document, okay? This is how you build an equation, all right? You can do this. Let's go, guys.